Hello again. Oops. I'm going to quickly show you how to draw a vector skull from a photograph I've got from Google. Just searched out skull, dragged it and dropped it into there, basically like that. Sized it on the platform I wanted it, and I've locked it down. So we start off by getting our pen tool and zooming in, and we place it top, which is easiest. I'm going to do this in a way to reflect the image, so it's going to be exactly the same on one side as it is on the other. Now, technically, skulls aren't like that, but this is the an easy way of doing it, as it were. So as you see, I am just literally going around it using my pen tool and quick keys. When I say quick keys, I'm using them to select the node and move it in different directions. There's certain things like that, a spring, we're not going to use that. We just want to get a rough outline of the skull. So let's leave it there, zoom out, and then literally join those two together, like that. Go to your black arrow tool, select all, go to your reflective tool, click on that, select the middle point, so just anywhere there, click once. Then click and hold to the left hand side of the image, flip it round, hold down your shift and option key so you get the double arrow. What it does is it makes a copy, it's a copy, and then let go of all of it. So if you select all now, which is Command and A, you have the whole thing. So don't want this middle bit, so literally we go to our Pathfinder up here and we select the Unite tool. So therefore we have now the outline of a skull, which is good enough for what we want. So now we're just going to create the eye sockets. Again, we just literally draw around them like this. This is to give you the basics, and then obviously you're going to fill your detail in from there. So that's it, one eye done. Let's do the nose now. Let's literally start in the middle there because we want to again use the reflecting tool. So that's so there, that's that created. Go up to the frame wire view, click on that again with your reflecting tool, click anywhere there, click and hold. That's, we want that a little bit further out because we want that center line, this center line here. Black arrow tool, select them both, Pathfinder, join together. So zoom out, same with the eye socket, we want to reflect that. Again, click in the center where you want it to go from. That's like starting point. Hold down your shift and command option key, keeps it same level and copies it. So there's our eye sockets and nose, not centered, so we select them all and just move it slightly again. So that's that bit done. Let's do this cheekbone section here. So click on there and just go around that quickly. Obviously you can create these however you want to create these. You don't have to put all the detail in, that's not necessary. Again, we're using our reflective tool, that center point, click over there, not quite there, move your arrow keys to get it slightly there, that'll do. Let's have a wireframe, not quite far enough, let's go a bit further over. Right, teeth wise now, let's do one side and copy them over. So again, you're just literally drawing around these quite quickly. Don't be too, perfect. A skull is not perfect, by no means. If you get the outlines, and then you can use this skull for lots of different things. You can flip it around. You could create. See, I'm going behind here, so I'm going behind that tooth there. So that line doesn't really matter because it's going to be behind the other one. I need to join those together. Sometimes it doesn't do that. And then literally just, as you can see, I'm not being too specific with this. I am just literally doing it fast. That looks like a mess, but I'll show you when it's finished. It will not look like that. Again, see that didn't join there. You have to make sure you get that circle on there. Again, I'm having a little bit of artistic sort of, play where I want things to be. I'm not following it directly, because otherwise you could be here all day doing that. But to create a skull in Illustrator, obviously you can buy one. Why not? But why do you have to? This is going to be unique. It'll be based on this skull, but once I've changed certain parameters and certain the way it looks, I need to know where that middle tooth is. So this is my last one. I'll do that. So that'll do for them. Zoom out. That's it. So select them all like that. Again, your reflective tool. Click on there. Bring them all around like that. Bring them a little bit closer. Black arrow tool again. Select them all and move to the centre-ish. There you go. That'll do it. So now you've pretty much got the basics there. So what I would do is unlock everything. I'd lock the skull back down again, just the image. Select it all like that, and then I'd make a fill. So I get my dropper tool. So this copies a colour. So let's go for something like that. So I'll fill everything with that. That's fine. So let's move that out of the way. So we now have the photograph and the thing we've just created. So we need to knock these out. So that, and that need to be knocked out of this, as well as these little side things here as well. There you go. So literally select them all. Forget the teeth, leave those there, and go to this one, which is divide tool in your Pathfinder. And if you want to use it this way, it's in Window, and it's under Pathfinder, which I've got it clicked, and I've got it on my desktop. So that's everything I need. Divide tool like that. So then you have to ungroup it all. So for me, it's Command Shift and G. So then I just select that, I delete it, select that, delete it, select the nose, delete that, delete that, delete that. So that's my. So when I put that on a t-shirt, what I've just knocked out there is the colour of the t-shirt. So it's black or whatever I want to do. So now the teeth. So let's say the teeth are slightly whiter. Select all the teeth, drop a tool again. Select that, so they become slightly whiter. You can't see them. So if you notice there's grey, there's a little bit of colour behind them. Obviously there's going to be, so I would select them, group them, and then copy them and drag them over there. So you've still got these ones and you've still got them ones. And then I would select the dropper tool, turn them any colour you want. So red, I will put a red stroke line on there. So let's say 4-point stroke line. That'll do. Round the corner, because you never know, sometimes you get little proddy out bits. Go to object, go to path, scroll to outline strokes. This turns it into a outline, it doesn't leave it as a stroke line. Then you want to combine all that, because you have one option. Then literally select all that's all selected. Select your head, skull head, and then divide it all. So now ungroup that, select the red, delete the red, and delete all those underneath. You don't need this stuff here. All these little bits there, get rid of them. Then bring these teeth back into there. So now they stick out a little bit more. You see how I did this behind here like that. So what I'm going to do there is ungroup those. Now I'll slightly darken this one, so I shall select my palette tool, which is a double click, and then literally go down a tad. So that brings that to the front, which is Command Shift and right bracket. So that one there, let's make that one slightly darker again. So yeah, and then again Command Shift to bring it to the front. Let's leave that one white. Bring that to the front. Let's make that one slightly darker. Bring to the front again, and leave that one like that. So now that needs to come to the front, because that's behind that. That needs to go to the front, and that needs to go to the front. So we're now getting some kind of resemblance of how these should look. Make this a little bit darker, that one. And it's just trial and error, really. It's just having a play with you, with what you've got, and seeing where you go with it. Don't be afraid to experiment on anything. I'm just showing you really the basics of how to create a skull. So now if you notice all these, they're right because that's the last one. That's behind that one, etc, etc. Maybe they make that one a little bit darker to stand out. But this is up to you, obviously. Now this one's all done, I would delete all these because you don't want them. Delete all them. Select all these now. And obviously these you can mess around with these until you're blue in the face as much as you want to do. Then again get your reflecting tool, so you reflect it onto the other side. And it won't technically be like that, but there'll be some will be darker than others, but you can mess around with that at a later date. Now that looks, so this bit here, now you've got shading there, you've got shading down here. So the way I would do shading is a very, very simple way. Line tool there, so I know there's some shading there. I just go down here, I bring this round here, down through there like that, and it literally goes off there. So that's a line. So fill of nothing. So fill of nothing. Select that line and that skull, and then do your divide tool, and then ungroup it. So now you've just got that section which you need to make slightly darker. So you do it, I think it's quite darker than that, do it like that. So that's that bit darker. There's a bit around his eye, a bit at the top there. So again, you just, let's do the whole section here. So I think that's about like that. So that's the top bit there. Again, take the fill off, select the whole lot, divide it, ungroup it, just select that bit. Actually no, I showed you that wrong. Let's delete all that and do that again, because what you have to do is you have to finish off that bit. So you have to actually go all the way around and then finish it off. So you have to do that, unfortunately. I forgot to show you that. Fill of nothing, select everything, not everything, just the skull and the bit you've created, and then go to your divide tool, ungroup it, and that bit there, make it a little bit darker, like that, how you want to do it. But if you notice, this middle bit here is quite light, so I would not, you do the same tactic and do a separate one and draw this in, literally, like that. Look on my wire tool so I can see it. Go like this, pretty much down, like that. That'll do it. So I need the base colour, which is this one, and lighter. So we do that. And you see it's taking a little bit of shape. There's a nice big light area there. So let's just do that. So we just can leave that the same. And just select the other light areas, so there's some more down here, which we're going to just do that too. So that's its bit down here, on its chin there, again, just going around it like this. There's a little bit, so there's more dark areas, so let's do the darkish bit. So we come round here. It doesn't matter if you go over the bit that's already there, that makes no odds. So we want that slightly darker, so let's go like this, select that dark tool there. Same with this eye socket here. So, and we're just following what we see. We're not doing too much. Because once you put this on a black background, and you've done all that, like there, look, see that's perfect there. You just get that bit, and literally just. So all you have to do is not have to be too accurate with these things. There's a nice grey area there. Oh, we haven't finished that one off, obviously. Have we now? Yeah. So there's a little bit here, which goes all the way up there. Comes right down here, and does that. But that is not the grey, it's that lighter colour but darker. So we do that. And this is just an example. So now let's just shrink this down. So we've used that now. We don't need that anymore. We highlight this skull here, group it all together, bring it into there, and let's put a background colour in. Let's put our whatever colour we're going to use. Obviously it'll be black, because which is a stroke line. So let's move that over to there, bring that down. So we're starting to get something that resembles a skull. So obviously there is touching up of dark areas, so it's where the dark areas are. I mean, these are quite light, so I'd put maybe some black in. You could cut it out eventually. Doesn't all have to be that kind of way. That the subtle colours in a way. I mean, this is obviously just a different way of doing it. This, you can put whatever colour you choose, whatever shading you choose. Your light maybe from a different area. It could be anything really. So we've got some more here. Let's bring this in here, because this is quite nice, isn't it, when it does. So yeah, let's just keep it black. Bring that up. So yeah, some more black there on his jawline. Again, keep it black. Maybe bring it out. I don't know. Just a bit more in there, because that's not quite right. But anyway, you get the gist of how to do these things. That's basically quick way of drawing a skull. And you'll notice now it's in vector format. So you select it all. Let's just get rid of that. Group it all. You can make it as big as you like, as small as you like. You can add, you could duplicate it. You could, add snakes to it. Do one big, do one small. You can make a brush out of it. All that kind of stuff. You could swivel it round. So, anything you want. Anything at all you want to do. Okay. That's about it for that one. I'm going to do some more soon. I've been quite lazy with it because I've had a lot to do t-shirt wise. If there's anything you feel you want to learn, please leave a comment in Adobe Illustrator 6. The reason why I think Adobe CS6 is quite cheap at the moment to buy for PCs and Macs, because obviously it's outdated. But everything you can do in the new ones, the new paid versions or monthly paid subscription versions, you can do in this one, and I can show you how to do it. There's no, all it is now is people buying images and fonts and this and that, and it takes a little bit of time to learn it, but once you've got it, it's really easy to create all the stuff yourself. And Google has got everything. You could create a face and add any images you want, but just draw over the top of them. You could create a face from, say, 5 different elements: eyes, nose, mouth, and then it becomes yours. It's you could copyright it yourself, because it's not one specific thing. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you very soon. Cheerio.